My wife is obsessed with going to Disney World, and I'm so tired of it.
I'll go with your wife.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll marry your wife. That's fine. I'm on a Disney adult. I'm not gonna dox myself, but I love Disney.
My wife, Jess, and I have been married for the past 13 years. We're both 39. After experiencing financial hardship throughout our 20s and early 30s, Jess and I are now fortunate enough to have the means to travel once or twice a year. The only problem is that Jess literally only wants to go to Disney World. We have been to Disney 9 times now, and every vacation we have ever taken together was to go there, including our honeymoon. By the way, this comes from either Ambassador 54, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OK Storytime subreddit. So we go, we eat Mickey Mouse ice cream,
Love
we
it.
wear the mouse ears, we
Cute.
stay in the official hotels,
Okay.
we see the characters,
Goofy.
we ride the rides, we take pictures in front of Cinderella's castle, and we come home every trip.
Perfect day. I hope you come home after the trip. Where are you gonna go?
I'm
Back
honestly beyond sick of Disney, and I never really like going in the first place. Jess knows this, but she has no concept of travel beyond Disney. We're currently planning a trip for April, and Jess, as usual, said that we can just go to Disney. I explained that it sounds fun, but hey, why don't we go somewhere like Hawaii this time? Jess was confused. She asked why we would go to Hawaii. I responded that we could enjoy the spas and go to the beach. Jess mumbled a half-hearted answer and walked away. A few days later, she approached me saying that she made hotel reservations for Hawaii. At first, I was excited because although she did so without consulting me, it seemed like she was really listening.
I think I know where this is going.
But then when she showed me the hotel she booked, I found she had made reservations for Aulani, the Disney resort in Hawaii.
I knew it.
That
I knew it.
would drive me crazy. If I had already expressed to my partner, hey, like, Disney's fun, but let's try something new. Let's go to a different place. And they were like, yeah. And then still chose the one Disney thing.
Can we say this? Can we say that?
It's not a sponsorship. It's a hate.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm going to say
Yeah.
that your wife is one of those Disney adults.
I think she's like literally has an addiction.
Yeah, it's an addiction
Yeah.
that
To
like,
not be able to go to any other place, especially when you know your partner doesn't like it.
Listen, I get it's the most magical place on earth.
Yeah.
There are other places you can go.
You got to
especially-
expand your horizons.
Especially that she's not being fair to you
Yeah.
because you're going to what she wants to do.
Exactly.
And you're tired of it.
Like at that point, I'd be like,
Yeah.
girl, you can do it if you want, but I'm going to Hawaii. We're
Like,
going to have separate
we
trips.
should go to Universal.
Frustrated, I told her that I'm honestly tired of Disney and that I just want to have different experiences this time. She told me that she was compromising with me. It's not a compromise. And that I should be appreciative for the time she spent. I asked her if she was willing to consider anything other than Disney for our trip, and she said no. At this point, I said that I wasn't going. Now she's furious. She canceled the reservation she made, and now she's looking for a friend to go to Disney World with again without me. Was I the a-hole here for not trying to accommodate her request?
No.
No, because you've already accommodated 9 times, and you said, hey, let's go somewhere else, and she tried to trick you, and then didn't at all listen to you when you said, hey, I don't want to do that.
When Opie said Hawaii, I knew about the Hawaii hotel, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
man.
Opie's like, let's go to France, and she's like, okay.
We're gonna go to the European.
Yeah,
Disney.
Paris
Let's go to
Disney.
Japan.
Yeah.
Let's go to China. Yeah, it's just like that's not that. No Disney.
Commenter 1 says, how the F did this go on for 9 trips without you saying something? I'd have gone mad after going a second time. Commenter 2 says, does she realize there's a whole non-Disney world out there? And it's much less expensive with shorter lines?
I can show you the world.
Literally.
I can't do that.
Commenter 3, however, you should also consider being more truthful with your wife. If you can't even be truthful to your wife, who can you be truthful with? It obviously did not sound fun at all to you, so just be clear on that. In fact, the second time she booked the Disney trip, you should have been honest with her and suggested something else. Commenter 4 says, at 39, it might be time to consider broadening her horizons and embracing more of what the world has to offer. Life is too short to be spent solely between home and Disney when there's so much out there waiting to be explored. And there is an update, but yeah, I think it's like sometimes you find it's really hard traveling with people who have just like the opposite travel styles to you. And this is like the most opposite because it's just Disney World. Because like for me, I don't like going on trips where it's just like he was saying, oh, I want to go to a spa and like resort on. That's not my travel style. I would not like to do that. And it seems like she only wants to go to Disney World and you don't like to do that. So
but
maybe
if your partner was like, hey, let's do what you want to do and then we'll do it when I will. Would you compromise? Would
it's very selfish of her.
It's very selfish. Yeah.
But there is an update. About a week ago, I made a post about an argument my wife Jess and I had. The TLDR version of it is Jess loves going to Disney World and we have gone there for literally every trip during our marriage, which is now at an impressive 9 times. When I asked Jess if we could go somewhere like Hawaii, she suggested Aulani, the Disney resort, and I dismissed the idea immediately. This upset Jess. Here is the update. I screwed up. I know most people were giving me the not the a-hole judgment, but Jess actually showed a great deal of openness to my idea. She took initiative by reserving the hotel because she wanted me to be happy. When I said, nope, no Disney, she felt that I hadn't put any effort into taking her feelings into consideration. You're being gaslit!
You're being gaslit and you're falling for it. You fell for it. You fell for it.
She's not taking your feelings into consideration. She's trying to slip one past you.
She's making you feel bad because you're like, oh, yeah, that's...
She's pouting in the corner going, I did this for you. No, she did it for her. And she was completely right. I hadn't. It was, in a twisted way, my form of revenge for dragging me to Disney World all those times. In the last post, some people commented about how Aulani barely even looks like a Disney resort at all. This is something I should have researched myself before I threw the gauntlet down with Jess. When I looked into it, it looks like a run-of-the-mill Hawaiian resort. In my defense, going to Disney World 9 times has kind of made me sensitive, and I'm fairly sure that on Rorschach test, I'd see nothing but mouse ears at this point.
Yes!
But I really should not have jumped to conclusions. A day after I made the post, I approached Jess and apologized. I was wrong.
No!
Dude, you're being gaslit so hard.
Your spine is like this.
Your spine is jelly. Yes, she might be a Disney adult, but aside from always wanting to go to their theme parks, she's never obnoxious about it. I said I was sorry again and asked for permission to reserve the hotel again. And Jess responded that she'd love to go to Aulani with me. When I told her that it's not really all that Disney, Jess said, of course I knew that. I wanted to go because my sister said it was beautiful.
This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare.
I'm a moron.
Yes!
Yeah, that's true. Jess and I have replanned our vacation and we're super excited to be going now. I came to this realization because a lot of people pointed out some things I should have figured out myself. Thank you. Comments who are, I think, saying what we're saying. Commenter 1, man, did you get gaslit? 9 effing vacations in a row to Disney. Did she take your feelings into account any of those 9 times? Nope. Commenter 2, what do you mean she's never been obnoxious about it? She dragged you to Disney 9 times in your marriage, ignoring your communicating that you wanted to go somewhere else. When you put your foot down, she scheduled the 10th Disney vacation just at a different Disney location.
I like this. The next line.
Is this even OP? Did she tie you up and gag you with Mickey Mouse ears typing on your account? Because her behavior is not okay, and a 10th Disney trip when you said no more Disney is zero compromise on her part. Do you need to be extracted? You need to communicate respectfully, calmly, and like adults. Maybe this is a good bridge to less Disney-centric vacations. Maybe not, but unless you communicate your frustrations, you're going to be going to something Disney-themed next time, too. Update 2.
Oh, thank goodness. We have an update.
John, we're going to get back to the story, but you're old.
You're as old as me now, pal.
I might be as old as you, but I feel like you have oodles more wisdom.
I've got some wisdom in this old noggin.
You got a piece of wisdom for me right now?
Always respect you.
And I think the other piece of wisdom that I've learned from John is join OK Storytime memberships.
Yeah, that's freaking right. We have 60 plus hours of exclusive live streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
And it's only $5 a month, so go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Get it now while I'm still alive.
Now back to the story.
Hi again, everybody. This situation all started because my wife Jess and I had an argument about going to Disney World on vacation again. I didn't want to go because we had already been 9 times. And when I suggested Hawaii, Jess made reservations for Aulani, which is a Disney-owned resort. I immediately rejected this idea, mistakenly believing it was just another Disney vacation. Eventually, I realized that I was wrong and that Aulani was a perfectly fine compromise. Unfortunately, we're not going to Aulani for our upcoming vacation. A couple of days after Christmas, Jess had a minor car accident. She mistook the drive for reverse and backed into our garage door. What?
Okay.
And I found Jess holding her neck in the car. Oh, when I heard the loud bang, I ran outside and I found Jess holding her neck in the car. I immediately drove her to the hospital where she got x-rays done. She seemed fine, but the doctor said that based on her symptoms, headache, neck pain, numbness in her fingers, she could have whiplash. how hard did she?
If you're backing your car up, like you press the pedal, you could back up pretty bad.
Dang.
Yeah.
Jess and I figured that she would be fine in a couple of days, but almost 2 weeks later, she is still complaining about back pain. Yesterday, she approached me saying that she wasn't confident she could go to Hawaii in a few months.
A few months? No, Sophia, no. No, Sophia Donner, no. Do not. Do not.
I see you!
Oh,
I see you!
no!
I see you!
Read it, please.
I asked what she wanted to do. And while apologizing profusely, she asked me if we could postpone that trip. I responded that she has absolutely nothing to apologize for. After that, she said that she felt bad about not being able to go to Hawaii, but she might be able to make it to Disney World.
Get the F out of
You
here.
freaking liar! You freaking liar! She set it all up. She didn't have whiplash, or if she did, it went away after a couple of days.
This is insane.
And I've had
a
whiplash.
couple of months, Sophia.
I've had whiplash.
I've had whiplash too.
I was in a car accident on a freeway, and I probably had worse whiplash than her. It went away after at most a week.
Mine was like a month.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I know a person who had it for like a month. There's no way that she backing into a car, like a garage, would have had it for more than a week.
Who is this woman?
Liar! Well, I didn't understand at first. She told me that it has very high accessibility and in worst case scenarios, ECV rentals. She doubts that will be necessary, but assured me that we could take it there. I know that this isn't the conclusion people here wanted, and it's certainly not what I wanted to do with my next vacation, but Jess's health has to come first here.
You idiot. I'm going to pull a Sophia. You're an idiot.
We've made our reservations. It's not where I want to go, but Jess is super happy right now.
Oh my God.
Shocking.
This is not real. This is not
Shocking.
real. This is not real.
And that's what matters most to me. Thank you for all your input, which you didn't listen to. Commenter 1. A resort is infinitely more relaxing and easier than Disney, even for non-injured people. I think you got played, buddy. Disney adults be scheming. Commenter 2 says, dang, she's good, a master manipulator. Time to get out, bro, or you're gonna be miserable for the rest of your life. Commenter 3 says, she literally did that on purpose, LMAO. You keep getting sucked into it, and you'll get sucked into it because you have no backbone. Good luck with the rest of your life. And there is an update. There's an update.
This is the most aggravating story I think we've ever read.
If this update isn't
I'm so
my
over
wife tricked me into going to Disney and I realized, and then I, separated from her because I realized that she's gaslit me throughout all of our time together, then I don't want it.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, you're just a fool.
Update 3. So long story short, last week Jess overplayed her hand. I'm sorry, that was the most obvious plot I've ever seen. Even before that, I found her recounting of the car accident and the extent of her injuries suspicious. When she doesn't know I'm watching, she moves normally, will pick things up off the floor, and generally seems perfectly healthy. When she sees me nearby, she exaggerates every movement, holds her lower back, and limps. Well, on Saturday, Jess approached me saying that she wanted to move. I wonder where she wants to move to. Perhaps sunny Florida? This made no sense. We had so little money throughout our 20s and early 30s, and now we're financially well off solely because I finally have an amazing job in our area. Jess said she understood this, but she argued that she wanted to live closer to her parents. She asked me to move to Orlando with her. So first off, her parents do not live in Orlando. They live in Atlanta.
No way!
Which is smack dab right in between where we currently live in Orlando.
She's psychotic.
Jess cited there being more flight options, and then she tackled on that she may have a job opportunity in Orlando. When I asked her to show me the job, she showed me a $16 per hour sales associate position for a sector where she has absolutely zero knowledge and experience. That's a terrible job prospect. I'm sorry, you're moving for $16 an hour? That's terrible.
This is insane.
Why would you move for minimum wage?
This is insane.
I mean, actually, I don't know if that's minimum wage in Florida. I'm not proud of this, but I snapped.
Brother.
Finally.
What did you say? Okay.
I told her she just wanted to move closer to Disney World, that she was tearing our lives up so she could go take pictures with Disney princesses, and that she was a horrible wife. All true. All true facts. Jess denied this naturally, and she told me that she's moving to Orlando with or without me because her parents need her.
Okay, bye.
Let her go, dude. Let her go. But you know what I would never do without you guys? Listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app and search up OK Storytime.
This is one of the craziest stories.
Insane.
Insane.
The worst part, it's not even like that she's insane and like a full-on Disney adult. It's that he didn't catch on to any of it.
I mean, both. No, both.
It's both, but it's coupled with that he's stupid.
Yeah, I think this is one of the stories where I get the most aggravated because the internet is never wrong, and you still
and you're ignoring it. And you're ignoring it
3 times in a row.
After this, Jess went to her room and started listening to Disney music with the volume at max, singing along.
I guarantee you it was Let It Go.
I listened to a rendition of Let It Go.
Oh my God! Oh, yo!
Correct. More times than I can count. Maybe it refers to me here. The next morning, she told me that she was moving to Orlando with or without me and said that if I want to be a piece of crap husband, I can just stay where I am. I'm going to just be a piece of crap husband. I've tried to deny the obvious because it would make Jess happy, but I can't anymore. I just want to be alone. I wasn't responding to your comments, but they've helped me more than you can know. Thank you to everyone who posted. And commenter 1 says, Jess has truly reached the ultimate level of Disney obsession. Moving just to be closer to Disney World, we stan a committed fan. OP says, yeah, I'm an effing idiot for going along with it this long. I just wanted her to be happy. Commenter says, let her go. Let her go. OP says, dude, please. And she kept delivering that the cold never bothered me anyway line in such a catty way. Like, bro, you're moving to Florida. It's the end of January and it's 71 effing degrees there. And that's the end of that story.